Pleasure to have somebody who's been here before. It's a pleasure to have him. He is running unopposed for the Democratic Committeemanship of New Trier Township, Dean Maragos. Dean, how you doing?
Avi, great to be here, and thank you for having me.
First of all, my pleasure. And tell us, this is a new area for you venturing into committeemanship.
It is. I was very fortunate. I've been very active in the New Trier Democrats. Bill Crowley, who's a friend of mine, has been the committeeman for the last 26 years and has done an outstanding job. I intend to continue his legacy of transparency, of honesty in government, and also of independence. The New Trier Dems have a fine tradition of endorsing independent candidates, and I want to continue that outstanding independent streak. Obviously, Barack Obama was very, very strong up in New Trier Democrats, and we look at candidates not just based upon their affiliations, but upon their character, their background, and their qualifications for the job.
Sounds great. So you're going to be looking forward to all this stuff. This is you're sort of going to be in a kingmaker role of sorts.
Well, not kingmaker.
Prince maker.
I'll be honored to work with any candidate who's going to improve the governmental situation and the financial situation, which are so dire right now. I'm very fortunate to have been, and my background is in government. I was Assistant Director of Revenue for the city, and I'm also an accountant, and it affords me the opportunity to understand government budgets. Now more than ever, there are serious issues such as health care, such as the issues of budgets, of cutting back, unfortunately, on social services. I come from a family of public service. My dad having been in the Senate and the House, I know legislation, and I'm going to utilize this background, both legal, accounting, and government, to make sure that we slate the best candidates for the Democratic Party to continue the Democratic message out there, which the President last night stated concerning Afghanistan, and has been continuously fighting for health care for all citizens. And we are going to be doing our best up in New Trier to make sure that the candidates that we endorse will continue the mantle of the President of the United States to improve the welfare for all the citizens, irrespective of party and irrespective of station in life.
Which I think sounds really good. And by the way, one thing that Dean and I share in common is we're both originally South Shore, South Chicago people. And for those of you who are, and I know there's a lot of you who make that, you guys know from the emails you send me about that stuff. So I just want you to know Dean's from there also. And plus you have a considerably good real estate background. You're very familiar and very versatile. And tons of good stuff gets said about you all the time.
Well, thank you, Avi. As you well know, your reputation is all you have. And it's very important to maintain an excellent reputation and to make sure that you've earned that good reputation. Being from the South Side, I grew up in a very strongly Jewish neighborhood. And I first was very lucky to have liverwurst, and learned all about the Jewish traditions as I grew up, having attended many bar mitzvahs and bas mitzvahs. And I can honestly say I'm very proud of my knowledge of the Jewish traditions, which I think are an integral part and very important part of our American heritage.
Yeah, not that I'm prejudiced, but he also bought a suit from my great uncle when he had a clothing store
on
Commercial Avenue.
Miller's. My father was a very big aficionado of your uncle's store. Miller's was an outstanding men's clothier on the South Side at 8800 South Commercial. I grew up at 92nd Commercial, and I've been living in Winnetka now for the past 7 years, and it has a very strong Jewish population up there too, which I'm very honored to call my constituents, and will serve them as I am serving all of the constituents up there.
And by the way, one thing I've mentioned on the air before, as a matter of fact, is that I'm probably one of the few Jewish guys with Greek doctors. So, hi, Dr. Christopoulos, how you doing?
And I'm very fortunate to have many Jewish doctors. Dr. Michael Young is a doctor of mine, and we share that in common also.
Anyhow, people like to contact you and get involved in the New Trier Township Democratic Organization?
I have a website, citizensfordeanmaragos.com, and my phone number at my campaign office is 312-578-1014. I'm going to be campaigning actively, even though I am unopposed, because I believe that every candidate for office must earn the respect of all the constituents, let them know his or her positions, and to earn the right to continue to represent them. And as I say, as the New Trier Democratic Committeeman, I'm following in the excellent job that Bill Crowley has done, and I'm very honored to be here to be able to tell my constituents that.
First of all, it's a pleasure to have you. I wish we could have you here more often, and I want to wish you great luck
Thank you.
when you officially take office. Thank you very much, Dean.
Thank you, Avi. Thank you all.